Hi, dear learners. Welcome to Cabis Oxford. It's an English language institute founded by former assistant professor Dr. Kogan Burgo, Department of English, Khaza University and Newcastle University College, Chattogram. And today you are going to enjoy learning English with Kogan sir, and it's me. In our previous few classes, I have elaborately discussed about the tenses. Tense is of three kinds mainly, having four aspects of each. So there are 12 kinds of aspects. As you have already discussed them, today I am going to discuss with you about the passive voice. Voice is of two kinds mainly, and they are active voice and passive voice. In our previous classes, we have discussed the tenses. All the tenses are actually active voice. Okay, now we are just going to learn about the passive voice. Here you see to understand active and passive property, I have designed three patterns. Among the three patterns, this one is the first pattern of passive voice. Okay, for a better understanding about the passive voice, there I have enlisted 4 tips. Tip 1 is about the auxiliary verbs for active voice that we have already used in our previous patterns for tenses. Three tense, present tense, past tense and future tense, and 4 aspects. And in tip 2, you see auxiliary verbs for passive voice. I have presented active and passive auxiliaries to make you clear the differences between the two. And here in tip 2 also you see, in simple, present simple, in active voice, do, does, but in passive voice, am, is, are. In simple, in active voice for past, did, and in passive voice for past, was, were. In simple, for passive voice, for future simple, yes, shall and will. For passive voice, future simple, shall be and will be. In the same way, for continuous am, is, are, for continuous am being, is being, are being. For first continuous was a, here for first continuous was being or being. Here for future continuous shall be, will be, but for the passive voice future continuous shall be, being, will be being, and you rest other will be discussed later. Okay, so now in tip 3 you see all the subjects we have used earlier. I have enlisted here subjective and objective form. These 2 forms are important for changing active to passive. While subjective form we usually get I, we, you, they, it, she, it, and for their objective form, me, us, you, they, him, her, it. And in tip 4, I have enlisted only a few principal verbs that I have used in this pattern here. You see, write, wrote, written, speak, spoke, spoken, help, help, drink, drank, see, saw, seen, and there are a lot of verbs, So among all the verbs, first participle is important because whatever the tense is it, for passive voice, the verb always, the main verb always must be in first participle form. And I have used here, you see, for write, written, for speak, spoken, for help, helped, for write or wrote, written. Okay, that's all. Now, what are the 2 other things? Here, ask what and whom to find out object. Okay, to whom you should ask. While changing active to passive, in your active sentence, there is a main verb. Ask the main verb. I write letters. What actually write? What write? Letters. So here letter is the object. Or they speak. You see, what do they speak? If you ask, answer is Arabic. In the same way, sometimes you may ask with whom. So asking what or whom, if you get any answer, the answer is considered as object. But if there is no answer, you cannot make it passive. Okay. Another one thing, how you can understand a sentence is whether active or passive. Suppose I kill her. Here I is the subject, but in the passive voice, I should be saying to she according to this tip 3. She is killed. Killed is the first present form of kill by me. Where have you gotten me? I should be changing to me. Usually subject, the subject of active voice becomes the object of passive voice, and the object of passive voice becomes the subject of passive voice. Another one thing, here I wrote doer. Suppose whenever one plays something, he is called player. Whenever one works something, he is called worker. Whenever one writes something, he is called the writer. In the same way, when a subject does anything actively, he is called the doer. So subject of the activity is called a doer. Why? The subject of active voice usually does the action directly. On the other hand, in the passive voice, the subject actually doesn't do any action. The subject is the receiver. So then, who does the action? The object does the action. That's why the subject here, the subject of the passive voice is called the receiver, and the doer actually goes the last of the sentence. Okay. Now, I am just reading out loud to make you clear about how you usually complete the pattern. Notice carefully. Like the earlier patterns, this is simple pattern, and you will get other two patterns later. Those two patterns will be, one will be called continuous pattern, and the rest, and the last one will be the perfect patterns. Now simple pattern. Present simple, first simple, this is simple. In present simple, you see active. I write letters. Here, what do I write? Answer is letters. So letters come to the subject. Letters. Letters is plural. That's why are. Okay. How are? In the active voice, do or does is the auxiliary. In the passive voice, am is are. Here you see the passive voice am is are. So as letters is plural, that's why letters are written. Write should become written. By, we usually use prepositions. Sometimes it is also possible to use different types of prepositions. Most of the time we use by. Then subject I should be, object me. Yeah, I should be me. Now the second one, I don't write letters. Letters aren't written by me. Do I write letters? Are letters written by me? Don't I write letters? Aren't letters written by me? In the same way, come to the first simple. So I write letters should become I wrote letters, and letters are written. Letters will be letters are written here. You see, there is just little mistake. Just let me make it correct. Letters. The letters are where for the active root did, for the passive was here. Here you see. Here did. Okay. Letters were written by me. I didn't write letters. Letters weren't written by me. Did I write letters? Letters written by me. Didn't I write letters? Weren't letters written by me. For future, shall or will. For active and for passive, shall be or will be. Here you see. Check. I shall write letters. Letters will be written by me. I shan't write letters. Letters won't be written by me. Shall I write letters? Will letters be written by me. Shan't I write letters? Won't letters be written by me. Okay. I already told you earlier here. Either your sentence is in present tense or past tense or present tense, that is not a matter. In the passive voice, the verb must be in first participle form. So how can I identify them? In all the tenses, if the verb in first participle form, then how we can identify the tense? We can identify the tense considering auxiliaries. Am is for present simple, was for past simple, shall be for future simple. Now I am the second one, active. They speak Arabic. Arabic is spoken. Speak should be joined to spoken. Here Arabic is singular, that's why is subject there becomes object them. Here they don't speak Arabic. Okay, they don't speak Arabic. Arabic is not spoken by them. Do they speak Arabic? Is Arabic spoken by them? Don't they speak Arabic? Isn't Arabic spoken by them? For the first, they spoke Arabic. Arabic was spoken by them. They did not speak Arabic. Arabic wasn't spoken by them. Did they speak Arabic? Was Arabic spoken by them? Didn't they speak Arabic? Wasn't Arabic spoken by them? Now I am Fisher. They will speak Arabic. Arabic will be spoken by them. They won't speak Arabic. Arabic won't be spoken by them. Will they speak Arabic? Will Arabic be spoken by them? Won't they speak Arabic? Won't Arabic be spoken by them? Now I am the last one in 3. Here I have only 3 sentences. In 3, in active voice, we help her. She is help. Help is the past participle form. Here you see, check. Help, past participle help. Okay, she is helped by us. We don't help her. She isn't helped by us. We should become us. Do we help her? Is she helped by? Do we help her? Okay. Is she helped by us? Don't we speak? Don't we help her? Isn't she helped by us? For first, we helped her. She wasn't helped by us. We didn't help her. She wasn't helped by us. Did we help her? Was she helped by us? Did we help her? Wasn't she helped by us? For first, we shall help her. She will be helped by. She will be helped by us. Helped by us. We shan't help her. She won't be helped by us. Shall we help her? Will she be helped by her? Shan't we help her? Won't she be helped by us? I have finished all, and I think you have understood clearly. So, what's your task, home task right now? You need to fill the blank spaces for another understanding. After finished your writing, you need to check back whether you have used all the auxiliaries according to active and passive voice, and for the passive, whether you have used first particular form of verbs or not. After finishing this, you need to draw another pattern and select 3 sentences, 3 different sentences like this, and make another one. I think you have enjoyed learning English well with me. No more today. See you next.